What's up, guys? This is Just Driven, and welcome back to Space Engineers. It's been a little while since I played last time, so I'm just going to get my bearings. So we're taking this thing apart. I've let it go for a long while, well, a little while, not a long while. I'm going to just quickly take off these little guys. Oh, bit of lag. What's happening? Well, probably a spawn. Yeah, it's a spawn. Reclamation rig. No, that's the one we're looking at. It wasn't a spawn, it's just lag. I don't know what was causing the issue, but it seems to have stopped. I turned the nanite factory on and off. I guess maybe if when it's running it causes lag. Oh yeah, it does seem like it. So I tell you what we'll probably do. I'm going to turn this off for now because I can't play like that, and we'll just do things manually for a little while, and that's completely fine. So what I'm going to do, what I've done already is while I was waiting, I was just I wanted to let this go for a little while so that we got a little bit of stuff done. While I was waiting, I put in all the upgrades I wanted for these refineries, and I still think that I kind of wish I'd put them back here. Okay, I cleaned up the world somewhat using Space Engineers Toolbox, and I think it's better. Like, I'm not getting lag spikes like I was, so that's okay. Well then, I think I was telling you what I want to do. So I said I'd put the efficiency upgrades on here. Well, actually, I've put 2 layers of power upgrades, 1 efficiency and 1 productivity, because I figure it's better to have as little power usage from these as possible, because we're going to be running a lot of things. So I've not put 1 for every ore. I don't know how many ores there are, but if there are several, we'll just double up a little bit. Obviously I know there's several ores, but I don't know how many several ores is. So what I want to put on these is I'd like to have a little walkway on top, but I'm not sure how feasible that is, because I've added in these mods, this catwalk. I think these are all the catwalks, but it doesn't seem to connect straight downwards, only across. You have to have a converter. The converter connects across as well. So maybe it'll be simpler just to not do that and just to have everything connected from the bottom. Although that involves drilling a hole underneath everything. So I'll just put in what I know I'll need. I'll need these filters, these sorters. I'm basically only putting them in because I can, but I mean, why not? I think it'll improve efficiency, so why not? So in this episode I'll talk to you while I'm oh, for God's sake, I've placed like every other one in the wrong position. Today I'd like to set up like basically all of the things finished for having a base, because we have been a nomad for far too long. We've been living off of our ship and using it to do everything we want to do, seriously, every other one, and that's not a good way to live. It's not the life of a space engineer. So I would like to put this down first, the connectors, and then I would like to finally settle. And this is the place we're settling in. This is going to be, even when we move to planets, this will still be the most extensive base for a long time, because you have to get, set up on planets. There you go. So this is going to be a pretty extravagant base with a lot of the features that we need to have. Let me just make sure that these are all set up perfectly. So this is going to be like a catwalk area above the works, like above the area where everything is kept. Go, and that should have all the pipes connected. I think I told this not to construct, so I'm going to make sure that it is constructing now. Yeah, I turned off construction, and then hopefully some of that stuff will get finished fairly soon, just because it'll be easier to visualize what we're doing. I'm probably going to put, we've got a port there for uranium, and that's probably going to be relocated at some point, but for now that's fine. But in this section here, in this area, this is probably going to be a lot of our storage. Let me check. Yeah, here, approximately. In fact, it fits under the soil. I love it when I don't have to destroy rock to put it in. So I'm going to put these 3 in now. See how far I can get them. I'll put them as many as will fit. Apart from that one, which is completely in the wrong place. It looks like that'll be the last one. Not necessarily because it won't fit there, but because I am having trouble physically placing it. So that's our first level, and then the second level will be here. Sometimes it's hard to see. Yeah, okay, I guess the pipes aren't being very friendly to our connectors here. There has to be pipes there though, otherwise otherwise there's no way to get that stuff in the right position. I guess I could do this differently, and I guess it's better to take them out now and fix it now than it is to do it later. I should set this to clean up, because we're going to have to do a lot of cleanup. Oh, cleanup is on, so that problem's, that's okay. Maybe the best thing to do is just to dump some resources like this. Okay, there we go, that's fine. Oh, also the nanites were upgraded so that they could make use of assemblers, which is really, really cool and will be very helpful in the future. Okay, I've taken all those out. I'll have to wait a second for these to be cleaned up. So I guess the best way to do this is to have, so these only connect to conveyors. They only adapt to conveyors on one side. I mean, you can align them downwards like that, but I feel like that's not the most effective use here. I just feel like it's just not what I'm looking for. Let's put the cargo containers in first, because I know I want 2 layers of them. And then we'll place everything else based on that. I think I was saying before though, yeah, I think it would have been nice if I could have placed these in a more safe area. But I didn't want to make my life too hard by, like, or much harder, not that it's particularly hard already, by having a very distributed production zone. So I think this is the best solution. Oh, we just got a ship spawn in. What is it? A hardy reclamation rig. So I'm guessing it's the same as this, but maybe it's got more guns. This had no guns on the front, right? I wish I had a ship to go after them with, but I may go and look for that reclamation rig. We'll see. I'm enjoying this right now, so let's get on with it. Oh, we can place that now. Must have been a component that was hidden. So what's the best way to do this? Well, probably a few of these, and one of those. And let's see if we can't make it work and also look quite nice. Okay, that'll look okay, if not a little bit weird. In fact, I think we'll use a different type of conveyor just for there. Okay, that's all the tops on. I'm just placing all of the things that I have at once to speed up the process a little bit. So every other one won't be connected in the same way, and that is because these are weirdly misaligned. It's just the way that they're designed. I mean, the actual object, not the way I put them down. Although actually I think it could be due to the way I put them down, but I'm not going to blame myself. Yeah, just because due to the way these are designed, they don't align quite right. The refineries are just a little bit offset, which doesn't cause any real problem. It's just that it's that's the reason. I realise that we don't need to do it this way, that there are more efficient ways of doing this, and that it won't cause us any hassle to not have this many conveyors. I just wanted to make it look good as well. So this is why we're wasting resources on making it look nice. Okay, they're all in. Let's see how it looks. I quite like it. I mean, it's nothing special, but it's just a bit nicer than having one straight line. So all of these are built and should be connected now. The next thing we have to do is find a way of accessing all of their underneath. So I will have to drill out some rock. Accessing all of the underneath and running cables to the assemblers, which are going to be along this side. Maybe it'd be more sensible initially to put in the assemblers. Okay, so there's a 2-block gap between here and here. And actually, you know what, I might, since we're here, just make this a little bit prettier. Like so. I'll do the same thing on the other side if I'm able to. I'll drill out some of the rock. Now, since there is a natural edge here, I don't want to drill this all out so that I can make it all even. I'd much rather build a little viewing platform here, and I'll put some relevant control panels in this area, just so that it's not like a display thing, it's actually a functional thing. I'll probably take it out to wherever these will stop, so let's try and put these down as well. I don't want to go out much farther than this, probably 2 blocks further, just because I'd like it to be a little bit symmetrical, and on the other side, where the refineries are, it goes to 2 blocks either side of the staircase, and then there's nothing else apart from the placement of the refineries. So the refineries will start here. Put that there for remembering. I can place a block there and there. Okay, so this will be where our refineries go, and this is where the asteroid starts to slope down quite heavily. So I'm guessing that this will be the progress to the next level of the asteroid, which means that I actually may have a double layer of assemblers facing back to back, and then pipes running down here to what will be, I guess, component storage. I mean, the reason for keeping the components safe and not the mining stuff, the refinery stuff, is twofold. The first is that these I can rebuild if I've got components saved up, but it'd take me much longer to rebuild if, for example, I lost the components. So I'm keeping the components safe. The second thing is, I didn't think of it at first. That's why all this stuff is out here and exposed. This was supposed to be the front entrance to our base, so it probably won't be for now. Or at least something's going to change. But I'm not going to move these now. I like the place they are in. It's just that it's a little bit exposed if this is the front of our base. Oh, wow. That's really clever, Gesture of None. That's great. Let's respawn in our med bay and see if we can't recover that stuff we just lost from flying into that block. I mean, we weren't far away from our corpse, so hopefully it's not flown too far. We hit this block at this angle. Oh, there's a body. I think finding the tool we were holding might be a bit difficult, though. I will exchange you for your tools and parts and give you my tools and parts so that they can dissipate however they will. Oh, it's gonna pick them up for me. Well, I guess that's a good way of a good methodology if you're gonna die. There is uranium in this asteroid. That'll be handy later. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's a good thing about the nanites. If you're going to die on your own base, then you'll get your stuff back. Oh yeah, there's our grinder. They picked it up. They also picked up the stuff we tried to throw away into space, but nothing to be done about that, I guess. So I'm going to build this out to, I guess, since it came out this far anyway, and then it'll curl around just like this, and that's the end of it. So I think I'm just going to turn this corner, just so that the station merges together a little bit nicer, or more nicely rather. Okay, I like that. I think that looks good. I will put some stairs in here. 1 wide or 2 wide? I guess 1 wide is fine. There we go. And then let's just smooth out this corner. Okay, that's good. I'd like to be able to fill in this little bit of gap here. Have to wait for a lot of these rocks to disappear though. Maybe I can put one there? I can. Okay, there you go. I can fit them in my inventory. Good. That's exactly how I wanted it to go. I like it when it works out like that. I'll dump this stone in there for now. Well, yeah, we're at the point where we could put the uranium inside the specific, like the targeted uranium extractors. I don't know what you'd call it. The area of refinery that I've set up to focus on uranium, because it's right there, and we have a ton in the ship. So I'll probably do that soon, but not immediately. For now, let's put in the assemblers. So I'd like them to do the right way up, which means, yeah, the module ports are on the side. I don't know what the back one does. Is there an upgrade that only requires 1 port? I mean, that's my guess. Yeah, so I guess we'll put the upgrades on the... Oh, I see. I can put upgrades on the top side. Okay, so it's just that, like, you can either use that top one as a upgrade or a insert. I think I mean cargo access port or something like that, rather than the word insert. Is there the same thing on the bottom? Okay, there is. So I guess I will use the top and bottom for upgrades. And the back will be access. I've taken them out to the same length as the assemblers. And that means that if they were in line, we'd get 2 assemblers for every refinery. I'm going to give them I'll probably give them the power efficiency module and maybe also the productivity module. No, I'm going to go with effectiveness and productivity. I think we can take the power hit. There you go. I'll put those all along the top. And we can grind out the bottom. Okay, there we go. So what did I put on the top? Was it the efficiency modules? Effectiveness, yes. So I need to put the productivity on the bottom. Is that all of them covered? It looks like it. Okay, surprisingly enough, I was able to get the modules in there without taking out any rock, which is, again, awesome. Take this out and replace it with... No, I should replace it like this. This should be a standard block, and that should be like that. Okay, and then it lines up a little bit better with the modules. And then we need to tunnel. So let's get our very effective rock tunnel. Right. Before I do anything else, I should build a gravity generator somewhere kind of central. But also, it should be hidden away just because it doesn't need to be on display. That's fine. The bloody nanites have trapped me in this hole. Okay, I'll have to just grind my way out quickly. Okay, so I'm going to put a gravity generator there. Might not cover the whole of the station. We'll just we'll put them strategically. And then this back like that. I think we have the component. Actually, I'll leave this out. Whoops. I'll leave this out until I know that it's been built. And the reason I'm building a gravity generator before I continue doing anything else is because I don't want to have rock hitting me in the face when I'm trying to grind, or rather dig. So I'm going to just put this on and set the gravity to throw things upwards. Gravity generator should be finished by now. Yep. No power, of course. So here is the time when we... Oh, we actually do have 1 completed reactor, so I'm going to take this out. Oh no, it's not complete yet. Only react components. Okay, well I can get those. Okay, that's our first reactor on our first real stationy station, like a huge station. Now we can put a bunch of power from it. So let's grab power from the drill ship, which should have all of the production capacity. Yeah, that's 70. Okay. Now I bet that disappears quite fast, and that's okay. I'm going to turn everything off. Actually, I guess since nothing's in use, it's fine for now. But I'm going to reverse the gravity quickly. Yeah, there we go. Things are falling upwards. Now I can drill with a much more ease. I'm doing my best to stick to the floor. And this is where you need to build a second gravity generator that throws things out backwards for me. But maybe I'll just have to drill a little bit at a time and then let the nanites handle things as I go. At least the reason I built the gravity generator is to keep the floor free. But it's not really helped as much as I wanted. It is a little bit better, at least I'm not having to walk on them like this. Walking on these is a very good way to die very quickly. We're also at the very maximal extent of our gravity generator. Oh, none of these are working or connected. The rest have got green lights on, and these have only red. Maybe this doesn't work. Maybe it's only for assemblers. If it is only for assemblers, that's okay. We'll take it off and we'll put power efficiency modules on there. I don't know what efficiency would be or effectiveness would be if we have productivity, so it makes sense. And none of them are red, none of them are green, so I will probably take them off and replace them with power efficiency, which is fine by me. Maybe even just productivity. So we've given this power. Let's quickly run it as well. A bunch of uranium ore, because we have loads. So, I mean, to get most of it in there, we'll have to actually connect this ship, but it should get all automatically pulled through, I think. Or did I not set up the? Let's check if I set up the system properly. I'll have to grind down to it, which is fine. Okay, yeah, this is the one that should be pulling everything out. So let's access it, if it'll let us. Is there really no angle where I can access it? Yeah, okay, I never set up the filters because it was obviously unbuilt when I did that. So we need uranium. Put that on the whitelist. This is here because I'm guessing at some point I'm going to connect things differently. Actually, I think I intended to connect any large ships there and have all their resources pulled straight through. And I may still do that. Have a bay of sorts here. Maybe the most sensible option, actually. We'll think about it. So that should be pulling all the uranium ore into there, and this should be outputting only uranium ingots. Okay, and I'll make sure that this one's doing the same. Also, set it to drain all, because it's not a problem if it pulls out all the uranium ore in every ship. That's it's actually a great thing. I should probably turn the projector. Yeah, I'll turn the projector on. I'm just going to quickly turn construction off, so just in case we accidentally built a mining ship on top of this ship. We may actually even have started some components, because I don't want that to happen. I'm going to relocate this to the other ship, and then this will set about fixing our mining ship. Okay, that should be right? Or is that too far? I think that's too far forward, actually. Yeah, it needs to go back one. Oh, and apparently left one. What's wrong here? Okay, that should be set up correctly. Now, it shouldn't do any harm to our ship. I can't think of why it would. I was wondering if perhaps it might build blocks where we'd change things, but I don't think it'll do that. It's certainly not going to remove the drills that we built. So I can set this now to build. Okay, now they'll get to work on doing that, and that'll save me the hassle of having to fix it myself. Because the main thing to be fixed here is the stuff that I accidentally destroyed on the back. Okay, let's fix this oxygen problem. First thing we need is obviously oxygen. I seem to remember there was no oxygen on this asteroid, right? Yeah, we're dying. So let's just get back home. Or let's just get back stationary at least. I don't know that we have enough time to get back to the base. Okay, fresh new body. Not like what I like to do, but I didn't give myself enough time. And I'm not going to sacrifice all of my equipment because I didn't think far enough in advance. But really I should. How's the reconstruction going? Looks good. Those are all in place. Really mainly need the reactor put back in place, and then we can access all the things we're supposed to be able to access. Oh yes, we wanted to go and get our stuff back. But actually, I wouldn't be surprised if it's already been picked up. Let me search for it. No, it's not been picked up. So let's go to, I guess that's our body location. Yeah, it is. Let's go over there and grab the stuff we have. Okay, good. Safe and sound again. Probably should find some ice now, so that we don't have that issue in future. I saw that there's some ice on an asteroid just not too far away. Where is it? Oh, it's that one over there. Yeah, it's a short flight. Let's just go grab some. Oh, on second thought, I can't be bothered. I'll just deal with it at some point in the future. Okay, our tunnel should probably be cleared by now. Oh, it's more clear than it was anyway. Wow, that is not a very straight tunnel. Let's go back a bit this way. I think when I tried to go straighter, I ended up going a little bit worse. So let's try this way. So we've reached the edge here of the other side. So now I can just follow this line. Now the most sensible thing to do would probably be to go and mine from the other side. if there's any room to get in. Yeah, let's grind down here. See if we can find our tunnel. You know, in hindsight, the clever thing to do would have been to just take out these blocks and then just make a tunnel underneath them. And maybe I'll just make sure that happens now. I mean, it's fine. I'm going to hide this tunnel anyway. It's going to be it's not going to present a problem. It's just that I should have thought of that beforehand. Okay, so now we need to make sure that we uncover all of the access ports for the refiners. So that's on this side. So we just have to keep drilling a line down here. I now have the advantage that I can just chuck stone that is in my way inside of the refineries. Oh, we got something spawn in while I was in my tunnel. Heavy frigate Brinton. Oh, I know what that is. That's the, I think that is the big heavy thing that we took out. We've taken out twice now. The one with the black armor. We could go after it, sacrifice another ship. We haven't got another ship to sacrifice, but we could do it. I could just make one. And I have actually designed a little probe for basically exactly that purpose. But for now, we're doing this. We don't need plunder right now. We need efficiency. I think this is the last refinery, unless I've made some huge mistake. It looks like this is the edge here, right? I mean, I can't... Yeah, there's nothing else there. So all we have to do is clear these tunnels now. I shouldn't have to do this a huge amount, just in these most recent tunnels. I guess in a lot of the other places, some of the stone has been cleared. Maybe not, though. So I can start putting in the conveyors. So the conveyors will need to be, well, connected. But they also need to be connected perfectly. We can't have anything missed. I've reset the gravity. I'm actually going to reset the gravity. Put it back to the inverted one. Because then I can see what I'm placing a little bit more easily. I can stand up. Good job we don't have to worry about building them, otherwise this would take a very long time and be very frustrating. Because I have to stop every 5 seconds to empty my inventory, to pick up stone around us, to... Real pain in the bum. I should just tap one that's unconstructed to drop the non-necessary components from my inventory. I picked them up a couple times from placing stuff that I'd accidentally... Like, I keep placing the wrong one, or I kept placing the wrong one. I haven't done it in a while. Because it has to go T-shape, and then straight, and then T-shape, and then straight, and then T-shape, and then straight, and so on. I could have just placed all straights in a line, but that would be, I guess, inefficient, because I assume the straight requires more blocks. Oh, but here it should really be a corner. And then we can just feed it through our tunnel. Ah, really, it should be one block lower than the rest. That's fine, I can do that. Like so, and we are finally through to the back. So we can put this one as an angled one right here. And this, once it's built, we will set to being the... Once it's built, that filter will allow us to just pull out the components, the ores rather, to make components. Here is actually this one. I have such trouble figuring out what blocks go... This is the wrong one as well. What blocks go where? What conveyors to put where? Well, the conveyors they don't work for me. They blow my mind a little bit. Not blow my mind. It's not as if I find them amazing, although they are, I guess, pretty cool. Maybe that is the right one. Maybe that is what I'm looking for. I've just not rotated it properly. I think so. That's what I was looking for. And then next, it's this one. Yeah, this is what I wanted to do. There you go. The reason I've done that is because this one will now function as both in and out. So we need to pull things out of the assemblers as well as put things into them. So this way we can have... I'll put another filter block here. I should really call it a sorter block because that'll stop me from having to keep typing filter and then realizing it's sorter and retyping it. This filter block here will be just to pull out components, and those will go to storage. Tell you what though, it's a real pain to access these once you put them in. Whoa! That death was not my fault. That was a bit of an explosion. Let's go reclaim our stuff. At least we don't have any more oxygen warnings beeping, hey? What really matters is my equipment. Where is the other welder? I guess that's lost to space. So maybe my... oh, it's the mining drill I lost. Maybe my nanites will pick that up. I just wanted to get in here, and now I can't have no chance of getting in there. I just wanted to get in there and set up the sorter. Maybe I can see it through the rock. I'll have to access this one and see if I can pick the right... Ah, okay. I'll grind this down a little bit, and then we'll be very quick. Hopefully, if we can find the bloody... Okay, it's this one. Okay, that will pull all ingots through to the assemblers, and we'll make sure that's set on... make sure that's set to drain everything. Okay, and there we have components set up. Now, this will pull all the components out. So basically what should happen is if we chuck ore in any of these boxes, it will be put into the right assembler and then pulled out through this conveyor system, put into the refiners where it'll be processed into, I'm guessing we'll give each of these a specific item and just have them make it ad infinitum. Ad infinitum? That was a Latin themed pun, or is that ancient Greek? I never really knew the difference. Well, anyway, they'll make components, and then those components will go through to here, where I guess we'll have component storage. So let's put in the blocks that have been taken out. Since when can we put a block there? We've had blocks there in the past. I guess I'll have to... Oh, I've got no drill. Let's go and see if we can grab a drill. There's a level 3 drill, and we'll chuck these in. Okay, there's a level 3 drill. Did get picked up, which is very, very helpful. Usually just knocking a little bit of the stuff out will allow you to... There you go, yeah, I can place there now. So now, this is what it'll look like. I'm going to change this quickly. Very annoying that these don't blend in properly, and the reason for that is they don't have blocks behind them. Let's see if I can put a block behind this one. Much better. Okay, I'm happy with that. Looks pretty good. I think we'll probably have a corridor going this way, like an isolated corridor. Just to separate off this area, because it seems a bit odd for it to be, you can just walk. Like, this just stops here. It will be for controlling some of this stuff, like maybe an all-stop button and stuff like that. But, yeah, I'll probably have a corridor here, going down off into the distance over here. And this might be a bit of an observation area, or maybe even a docking port. Okay, this looks pretty good. I'm just sort of admiring it. I like all the straight lines. How is our drill ship doing? I guess we haven't got enough components to finish this bit. Just reactor components needed, though. Has this reactor gone yet? Oh, it has. They've got the reactor. Didn't get this, though. What's in here? Well, what I'll do is I'll turn off this gravity generator, and that will solve us any problems of things being destroyed. Then we can just grind this down, and anything that was inside it will get picked up. Apparently, it was just a few bits of some engine components. Well, I can dump those. Oh, we should also make a bypass so that any components that get put in here, or maybe we'll just only let ore in here. I don't know. Yeah, anything that gets in here that's not going to be able to be processed through here can go straight on to the storage. I guess I'll sort that in a future episode. There's a few more things I'd like to do just before the end of this episode, and then I think we'll be ready to call it. One of the things is to stay on top of the blocks that this leaves out, so that we're not left with a bunch of random blocks to clear up. I think I'm going to build the dock. Just a little bit of a docking bay here. Okay, this one is not really for large ships. This one is for little runabouts, basically, and maintenance ships and stuff like that, where they can come and, I guess, drop off any extra inventory they have, or something to that effect, anyway. But also just because it felt like this place needed it. It seemed a bit odd. It just didn't make sense. I like having this here. And maybe even what we can do is have a little extending arm that we can use to plug into ships that fly past so that we can pick up their stuff. That seems like an attractive idea. We do need to connect this just so it gets built for us. Okay, I'm going to put a door to start this corridor off, because this will be the start of basically the start of the non-specialized base, maybe you'd call it, the bit of the base that isn't for processing. And it's kind of like access. Okay, and this is going to be for an elevator that takes you up to a level that's going to be up here. I have got the elevator mod installed, and actually we can probably just... I don't know how it works. This elevator has 3 levels, apparently. Oh, I see. Oh, that's cool. But it just builds itself? I mean, maybe it's too complicated to build manually? I don't know. Well, I mean, it looks nice. I don't need all 3 levels, though. Let's see how it works. I'm guessing it needs gravity. Oh, I see. It doesn't build itself. It just hasn't got any unbuilt models. Is there a way to do this? Is there a way to do this that hasn't got levels on it and I can just have it stop where I want it to stop? Okay, that just goes up to 2 levels. And this one, that goes up 1 level. I'll take this out for now and think about it. But we will probably have an elevator there. It just might be... Maybe I'll make a custom elevator. Pistons, I think, are okay on stations. Well, then again, actually, I say that, but we had some real problems with our pistons on our station back there. There we go. I think I'm going to go 2 blocks high for the walls. No more skulking through hallways for us. Although 2 blocks high might be actually a little bit much. We'll see in a second, I guess. Maybe the sensible thing to do is to go 2 blocks high, but have the second block be a window. Okay, there you go. I've put in this side bit here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where it's going now, actually, because I'm not sure I'm happy with the elevators as they stand. So I can't think of a great solution for making it work as it stands. So we'll see what we do about that. Probably a custom elevator. Probably not. Maybe not. Maybe whatever. We'll see. So yeah, I'm happy with what's happened. We've got all of our production set up, all working through. This power tower. Power tower is actually quite a cool name for it. This power tower probably won't stay here because it's really exposed. But I don't know, we'll see. Otherwise, I think the station is coming along quite nicely. We've got a little dock here, which is probably done by now. Yeah, it is, so we can disconnect it. We have power, we have gravity, we have storage, we have ore refining and component production. Soon we'll have component storage. And then after that, we will have a ship construction bay, and we will be able to begin moving into the rest of the solar system, which is what we want to do. Until then, thank you very much for watching. This has been Jester of None. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment below if you've got any ideas, suggestions, requests, whatever you want to say, that's okay with me. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.